Hello and welcome to the vlog, and it is a momentous vlog because this is the first of my 2017 cruising vlogs. As you can see, I'm out on the boat and I am actually moving along the canal. I've just come out of Hillmorton Wharf. I've had a little bit of work done on the engine. Ever since I owned the boat, there's been a diesel leak from the injectors, leading to a little dribble of diesel in the bilge. So I've just had new fuel pipes and a new fuel return pipe put on, complete with new O-rings, so hopefully that is all now fuel tight. From here on in, it's progress straight ahead to Braunston. Oh, and I also saved this little fella from drowning at the wharf. He was flapping around, dying in the water, so I scooped him up as I went past and let him dry out on the boat while I waited for the RSPCA to come and get him, which they did. And look, two more of them fluttering about as I set off, but thankfully those ones weren't drowning. Out into the countryside, me trying to remember how to steer straight while filming. Some blue skies ahead are promising, though it's a patchy outlook. Spring, it would appear, is in the air once the daffodils start blooming. And do you remember this sad old ambulance from last year? Still there and has been for 2 decades apparently. Here's Barbie Marina, those threatening clouds not looking any less menacing. I'm not a huge fan of this canal because of the slopey rocks they lined the sides with, rather awkward and crashy to moor on. These are horses, included for no particular reason. And this is Barbie Hill, who sounds like a soap opera character. Ain't this magnificent? The sun glittering off the water, absolutely lovely. It's about 45 minutes or so since I set off from Hillmorton Wharf, and I'm about 3 or 4 miles away from Braunston, but I have decided to moor up, at least for tonight and probably for tomorrow as well. The weather forecast for tomorrow is just rain all day, and I don't really want to go boating in that. And the thing is, I'm on no particular hurry. The only deadline I've got is to be at Kilby, just south of Leicester, by the middle of the month, as I'm meeting another boater then. And that's only about, well, 6 leisurely days, and I mean leisurely days, from Braunston, doing a couple of hours cruising a day. And it's now March the 31st, so I've got 2 weeks. So I'm going to pause here. It's a beautiful spot, countryside, bit of sunshine, no other boats around me at the moment, but you never know, some others may come along. It's quite a long stretch where boats can moor, and I'll just sit here for a couple of days. The only limiting factor is that I'm running out of milk and there are no shops nearby. Might find some cows. No, I'm not going to do that. What I will just do before I get the kettle on is check that the engine is still happy, see that there are no traces of any diesel leaks, and that all is well and good. See the 2 shiny metal pipes on top there? Those are the new fuel pipes to the injectors which I had swapped. Notice now the lack of kitchen roll to soak up leaks. It's not absolutely certain that they were the problem, because underneath those there's also a leak-off pipe that runs across all 4 cylinders, so I had that replaced as well, with new washers for good measure. Good morning. It is Saturday, April the 1st as I film this, and I've decided to stay on my mooring today and move on to Braunston probably tomorrow. That's partly because it is a very pleasant mooring here. Quiet generally, and watching the boats go by, it's very amiable. Also because I am reading and dealing with the many comments on my April the 1st video, so if you were one of the people who watched that and commented on it, thank you very much indeed. I'm not going to be totally idle today, though I have decided I'm going to give the well deck a bit of a spring clean. Underneath this matting is the trapped and accumulated muck and debris of my winter mooring. It's mostly just mud, but I'm going to take it all up and give it a good brush and clean out. And in order to do that, I need to move all of this lot so I can get the matting up. And job done. There were some rather surprised spiders under there, but they've gone back to their little hidey holes now. Good. And this is how I spent the rest of the day, chilling in the sunshine in the well deck, drinking tea from a Cruising the Cut mug, of course, available from my online store. It was a little chillier than it looks, hence keeping the sides down on the cratch cover. Good morning. It is Sunday morning. It's a beautiful, peaceful, very tranquil day. I'm not going to go far today, well, hope not. I'm going to go down to Braunston, 3 miles away, and try to moor there. If for any reason it's really congested, I guess I'll have to go through Braunston, do the 6 double locks Braunston tunnel, and then the next stop after that would be Norton Junction, and hopefully there'd be a space there. But I'd like to get tied up in Braunston so I can go to the village shop, get some more bread and potatoes and tomatoes, all that kind of stuff. And I need to buy some new ropes for the boat, and a new anchor as well. A gentle push off from the bank then, and onwards at 2 miles an hour or thereabouts. What an absolutely gorgeous morning to be cruising the Cut. It's beautiful. On the right here appears to be the construction of a new marina. I think it's Dunchurch Pools, which I saw some information about at the Crick show last year. If you look closely, you can see the outline of the concrete entrance to the marina. I'm hoping this sign's for pedestrians, because taking the boat up or sideways would be tricky. A fair bit of traffic on the canal this day. Here's one coming towards me now. And another, with the traditional cheery greeting.
Morning, you alright?
I do think the offside foliage here could do with a trim. It gets a bit narrow for 2 boats without scratching one of them. This swan came up. I thought to say hello at first, but from the way he acted and slightly followed the boat, I think he may have a nest around here, and he was actually trying to see me off. If you peer very closely into the distance here, you can just make out Braunston Church on the skyline, so I'm nearly there. From the big green brolly on the bank, I thought I was about to pass an angler here at first, but no, in fact this chap has the best breakfast setup I've seen. Here's Braunston, hoving nicely into view. That wide bit on the right is actually rather shallow and easy to get stuck on. I speak from experience. Another sign of spring, the lambs are out. And it's Sunday, so the bells are pealing. Just beyond this bridge is the start of the 14-day mooring spaces, so I'll have one of those, thank you very much. Tied up with a bag on my pin to warn any passing pedestrians that it's there. It's a great spot for solar, with the sun shining directly at the panels. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.